out of curiosity, did you at a certain age get to a point where you learned or got help to learn a coping mechanism that worked for you? Because I was speaking, we were having a conversation the other day with a very successful immigrant, and he's touched the world in profound ways in movies. And he and I had this deep conversation where he also to this day was still struggling with loneliness and was still struggling with coping with that emptiness of feeling like you don't belong. And I'm just curious, did you learn the tools on a personal level? Did you have somebody hold your hand and say, hey, we need to go see a psychologist somewhere so that you can learn? How did you learn to cope, and when did that happen?
I never had anyone hold my hand or take me to a psychologist. I think eventually when I was in my 30s, all right, so I went through a divorce in my late 20s, and that's for the first time I saw a psychologist. But here's the funny thing about it. The psychologist kept wanting to talk about my childhood.
Yes.
Not my current situation, how to cope with this, terrible event, divorce is very painful.
Yes.
I just wanted to talk about my childhood over and over and over again. And it wasn't until then that I realized that, I had undergone some deep trauma. And I very slowly learned how to reach back my memory and cope with the trauma.